All right. Well, we do have an interview ready with the one and only KP, Mr. KP. I'm going to ask you the generic question. You must be feeling very, very good at the moment, sir. But how are you feeling after that 5-game grand final?
Oh, I haven't had this feeling for a very, very, very long time. That's all I can say. I don't know.
What's
Just
the?
especially since it was like 3-2, it's like even more like I don't know. I just haven't had this feeling for a long time. Can't explain it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Talk to me about why the games were so dominant then, because each game felt like it was one team just destroying the other. Like when you guys were winning, you guys were destroying Polaris, and when Polaris were winning, they were destroying you guys. What was the factor that decided those games? Well, what happened to make it so dominant?
To be honest, I think well, as you guys saw, I think like Mac plays a really good Lina, and he won both games on the Lina. So like second, third game, we kind of didn't respect it. We wanted to beat it, but then at the end of the day, we showed some respect and we just banned it. And I think that was really crucial to our losses. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this meta is very like it's very reliant on draft. Like I think draft determines a lot of things, like probably more than 50% of the game. So I think that's the major contributor.
Were you expecting Polaris to make it through to the grand final, or do you think you guys were prepping more for T1 going into this grand final? Because I feel like Polaris were the underdogs going into that lower bracket, but then they made it through all the way to the grand final and then forced to a game 5. Was it because you guys weren't expecting that to happen? Were you expecting T1?
I mean, like I don't know, like from a professional player perspective, like I think sure Anna and Thompson they're like these big names and on paper and everything, like maybe T1's the favorites, but based on like watching games and like based on our series against T1 and Polaris, I personally, I don't know about my team, I felt that Polaris was indeed like a little bit stronger. So, I mean, there's always these like a lot of small details that not everyone knows about, and as a viewer, I'd just be like, oh my god, it's Anna Thompson, they're gonna go TI or something, which it's understandable. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but yeah, that's what I think.
Right. Now, I'm curious. The past few months have been a bit tough for you guys, KP, in terms of the land results. As yeah, I'm sure you're very aware. What do you think led to this really strong improvement coming out from talent? Because you guys came back into Southeast Asia and you guys just look amazing in these qualifiers. What helped you guys improve the most from that experience on the lands?
I mean, honestly, I felt like we got very unlucky. I mean, not an excuse, but I'm just saying like Q couldn't make the major, and then at Hatyai, the tiebreaker rule was about like the time and stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing for our team, especially since we have like so many young and inexperienced players, I think the biggest thing was to uh, kind of just play tournaments like the way we would play at home. Like try and not let the setting, the nerves or whatever. Just play like at home. Like we're playing a scrim. Yeah, I think that's like the main takeaway from the three lands.
All right. And what do you think? What do you feel like you yourselves, maybe you individually as a player, or you guys as a team, have to kind of work on going into TI? I mean, you guys are going into the biggest tournament of the year now. From your journey from Div 2 into now, like it's been a long road for Talon. What more? What do you think's the priority to kind of tune up here?
Oh, I don't know. A lot of things. Like if we were to go back and watch our games, I'm sure our coach would like just flame us like everywhere. So there's a lot of things to improve on, and I mean we still have time. Um, Mainly consistency, I would say. Uh, yeah, just consistency. Because back then we were like lacking discipline and stuff, but nowadays I think we're kind of disciplined. We're like not doing stupid stuff, and yeah, consistency is our focus, I would say.
All right. I'm curious about one thing as well. Me and Mike were talking about this in game that, for a long time it felt like Talon. A lot of teams would just ban out your heroes in the first phase. It kind of changed here, but we've been seeing stuff like the Brewmaster slide through, and I know a lot of people have said about the Ags that it's not the same. How do you feel about that? Is that why you're avoiding the Brewmaster now?
Yeah, it's shit. Simply put, it's kind of
Just
bad.
shit.
I mean, I think the hero is still viable, but maybe like near the end, like of the draft. Yeah, but the Ags is pretty big in my opinion.
Right, and kind of steering back to TI a bit here. You joined the ranks of all these top teams, the top teams in the world now, going to the biggest tournament in the world in Singapore. Is there any opponent that you feel like you have to watch out for specifically? Is there any region you're more scared of? Do you just kind of see it as an equal playing field, or do you think it skews towards one way here?
I mean, uh, I don't think like. I mean, if you were to ask me who we're like scared of, I don't think we're scared of anyone. Like, I mean, maybe a better question is who am I excited to play against? I think I can answer that one. I really want to see T1, like no flames, but I really want to see T1 at TI because what's a TI without Anand Thompson, right? So yeah,
True.
I hope T1 can make it through the last chance.
Well, KP, we don't want to keep you too much longer. I can see you guys. You're looking a little bit emotional. Usually very stoic, KP, but it looks like you're very overwhelmed with happiness right now going to TI 11. I have one more question to ask you. Actually, it's a two-part, but do you have any words for all the fans out there that have been supporting you guys throughout this whole year? And do you have any words to the haters, especially KP? Because there's been a few of those guys too. What do you got to say to them?
I mean, I just want to thank everyone for supporting us. As cheesy as it sounds, without you guys, there wouldn't be us. Like just everyone involved in Dota esports in general, like you guys, tournament organizers, Valve, TI, fans, players, like everyone. I just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for supporting us, supporting the industry, and together we can grow this community. Yeah. And to the haters, I don't want to be mean, but I love you too, haters. I love you too.
Oh, he's too good. He's too wholesome, this guy. He's too wholesome, this guy. You know what? I'm debating you, KP. There was one more question. I think I've completely forgotten how. I've remembered. How are you guys celebrating? You've made it to tier 11. What's the celebration tonight? What are you guys doing?
I mean, 23 Savage is probably gonna play some pubs.
Oh, come on, Savage. What are you doing?
I mean, it's 9 p.m. already. Can't do anything. Maybe I don't know. Book my flight. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
All right, well, KP, congratulations to you and the boys. We're so happy, so proud to see you guys going to TI 11. And man, I hope you guys go on a run. Quite frankly, bias fully here. We want you guys to go on a run.
Let's go. Let's go, KP. Come on.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, KP. That's a lovely KP, obviously.